Hello, I'm back by popular demand, which is something I never thought I would say because I'm me, but apparently I don't get YouTube comment notifications, and so I just barely learned yesterday that people have been asking for my Yarnaby pattern for 2 months. I feel kind of bad because I could have answered sooner. I'm not going to make another Yarnaby. I will give you the pattern. You're welcome. I'm not going to make another Yarnaby because he's big. He's huge. I don't have anywhere to put him. He's massive, right? He takes up a lot of room in my room. So I will put the pattern on screens. I have it right here on paper. And after this, it'll be on screens. That's what the bulk of this video is going to be. But I just want to give you some tips, maybe. Tell you the materials, which I will also try to put in the video. But if I forget, I'm going to tell you now. Okay, so I used a 2.5 hook, and this is just all regular acrylic, like Red Heart acrylic yarn. So nothing special there. Excuse me. You're going to need, you can always use like a reference pattern of Yarnaby to get the yarn colors if you want, but that's what I did. So you're gonna need, I did 2 tones of orange. You really can't tell. Whatever. You're gonna need 2 different types of yellows. This is like a darker yellow, and then a lighter yellow. And so his skin tone yellow is more of like a mustard type of yellow. Okay, you're gonna need red, purple. I did 2 types of purple, you can see. A teal color, like a lime green color that's under his arm, a dark green color, and that brings us back to our darker yellow. Okay, you're gonna need, for his toenails, I suggest not doing gray. Do white. They're white in the game. I did gray because in the reference picture that's what they look like. You're gonna need a brown yarn to make his toe lines, and you're gonna need like a beige color to make his feet. Oh, and then black and white for the eyes, and white felt, and then the same tan beige color for the feet you're gonna use for the mouth and for the split on the head. Okay, so now I know the pattern for the feet is kind of weird, so to get this exact shape, just follow the pattern exactly, it'll work out. Okay, the feet are not shaped after, they are the shape in the pattern. Oh, and you don't have to do back loops only, like color transitions, if you don't care about clean lines. I do, so I did. But other than that, I don't think there's any other tips I have for you, except for you're going to be sewing the legs to the side of the body, not the bottom, the sides. And that's why they're so long. And in hindsight, which I will include this on the legs part of the pattern, to add an extra 10 rows to the front legs because his are technically too short. And if I ever do make another one, that's a change that I'm going to make. So Yarnaby is gonna go, he sits on my bed. He lives, wait, hold on. He lives right there by the salmon, So now I'm going to type up the sides and put them in after. Good luck. I'm not making a tutorial video for this. It's pretty straightforward. He was super easy to make. The longest part was attaching all the hair to the body, which I'm going to show you my trick for. I know his hair looks very thick on the body. It's not, I promise. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. I will try my best to see them and answer them. If not, you can message me on my Instagram, which will be linked in the description. I might have to change my message notifications or permissions. I think I have them turned off right now. So if you can't contact me on Instagram, comment here. I will do my best to see them and to respond and to try to help you out. But the pattern is pretty straightforward. The most tedious part is, like I said or didn't say, if I had to splice up the video to edit, is attaching the hair to the body. That took me about equally as long as it took me to crochet the body. Oh, and you're gonna need fiber fill, of course, or you can use yarn scraps. Fiber fill, I think, just gives a cleaner shape to the plushie. And you can, I use this to glue the stuff together, or I use Craft Bond, which is also Elmer's. But I'll make a materials list, so don't worry about trying to remember everything. So, good luck, have fun, He was super fun to make. Yarnaby is a cute character. I love him so much. So I hope you enjoy the pattern. I hope it's easy to read and to make up. Oh, and the usual permissions, you know, like, don't try to claim this pattern as your own, because it's not. I'm being, I think, very gracious to give it to you for free, because a lot of you are right. Like, there are not very good Yarnaby patterns out there, if you can even find one at all. And I'm not saying that my pattern is, like, spectacular. I'm just saying it's hard to find one. I don't care if you sell the items to make money. Get that money. Just credit me as the pattern author, creator, writer, whatever you want to call it. And thank you, I appreciate that. Other than that, have fun with it. Make as many as you want to. Okay? So I will see you maybe at the end of this video, maybe in a new one. Who knows? Okay, welcome back to me and my dog. I thought just some things might be easier to show you rather than try to tell you through text, because if I did, it would require me to show you anyway through like video tutorial. Okay, this is his face, and feel free to reference my video of making him if you need help with assembly, because I struggled a little bit trying to figure out, you know, which way to put the head, because I didn't want this part at the top, you know, the swirly part. I didn't want that part in the front of his face. Okay. This is obviously mirrored to you, right? Maybe I will turn the footage around to make it not mirrored. You're going to need to make 3. Okay, let's start with the eyes. Put the eyes higher than you think you would need to. Let's see. So from the top of the head, this is around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have the eyes starting at round 9 from the top of the head. So they take up rounds 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and they end on round 20. That's how big the eyes are, okay? The smile, I didn't like do exact measurements for this. The smile starts at the same row the eye ends on, so row 20, right? 20, okay? Then all the way across the face to the same on this side. Okay, and then I just glued, this is glued on his head to make the opening for the face, all the way around the head, and on, this is the right side of the face, and like I said, it's mirrored, I know, the right side of the face, 1 tooth, lined up with the smile, and then on this side you're going to put 2, I cut them out all the same sizes except for this one, I kind of rounded the bottom corner, because it's going to sit in line with the smile. Okay, we're not doing that right now, sir. Get off, please. Thank you. Thank you. Please do not chirp right in my ear, or do it anyway. That works too, okay? Anyway, that was a mess. Anyway, if you follow those rules or steps, your Yarnaby should come out alright. If not, try again. That's all I can say. Don't glue any, don't sew anything until you're sure of the placement. Okay? And you see how I put the color changes at the bottom of the eyes? This is what I was talking about with the feet. That when you sew them, if it's too big. You see how like the foot is facing this way? The top of the foot should also be facing this way. So, okay, that's the pattern. I hope you guys do well. Good luck. I really want to see what you guys come up with if you use different shades of yarn than I did. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Okay, good thing I even brought up the yarn. Okay, you see how like thick this yarn looks? I'm going to tell you a secret. It's not. Look, his whole behind is exposed because what I did is I did yarn every other row for, let's see, every other row for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, for 5 rows down the body, you're gonna do yarn every other row, okay? Starting after that, you're gonna do every 2 rows, okay? For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 10 rows down the body, every 2 rows of yarn. And for how wide you want to do, you can guess. I did 10 for the orange just because that's where I started. In hindsight, I maybe would have done 8 wide because then I had to really kind of skimp out on some of the colors at the bottom because I was running out of room. So try to, how many stitches are in the neck? I have the pattern sitting right in front of me. Let's see. 41. So if you can divide 41 stitches by however many colors you have, that's how many stitches per color I would do. So I think that's all the tips I can give you, all the help I can offer. Yarnaby is super fun to make. I have not attempted Pianosaurus. Like I said, I wanted to because that's going to be so much work. So much doing and undoing and redoing, and I'm satisfied with my Yarnaby. I think he came out very cute. Very big. Takes up a lot of room. Anyway, that's all I think. Oh, okay, one more thing. Just kidding. I just lied. Like, straight through my teeth. For the foot, what I was saying about how the slip stitch should go right across the foot, it should. Your slip stitches should be the front half of, so if you were to fold a foot in half when you're making it, like pinch it in half, the front 11 stitches, those are your slip stitches. So if they extend to the side or if they somehow end up in the back, which they shouldn't, readjust so that they're in the front of your foot. And then for the foot lines, I just sewed brown, like cotton yarn, or you can even take acrylic yarn, 6 strands, and just divide it into 3. And I just put it between the toes to make, you know, the feet lines, and then I tied it and tucked it into the leg. I glued it between the toes just to hold it in place. That's it. Nothing fancy. So, this is the pattern. This is the product. The final result. So, when you make it, please tag me. I would love to see what you guys make, or how, you know, different it might look from mine. And thank you for watching. I hope the pattern makes sense to you guys. I'm not really in the business of, like, writing patterns, unless they're for myself, because I kind of take notes in a way that I can understand. So hopefully it made sense. I also don't think, I didn't trim the hair. As you see, it just like hangs freely over the backside, because I wanted his tushy to be hidden from view. Also, some people were asking me to put my pattern in Spanish. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know, you know, like what this, like how in English single crochet is SC. I don't know what that is in Spanish. If I did, I would absolutely put it in Spanish for you guys. And this part, I will try to put captions on. I don't actually know how to do that. I'll have to look it up when I edit the video. But I want this pattern to be accessible to as many people as possible, because I think art is for everybody and should not be exclusionary. So, thank you for watching. Let me see your creations, please. I want to see what you guys come up with. He's so loud. Move. Move. Come. Where are you? I can't even. Come here. Come here. Come here. You sit right here. Sit right there.